A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up first and 10 at their own 43. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 42-yard line.
Set! Like 5!
53, Mike.
50!
Double dog, that's the way. Check!
Hey, Zoo!
Check!
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Uncorks one for Davis. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Charlie!
Mike 51. Squeeze, double.
Black is good!
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you... And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Redskins scoop it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. A Redskin 1st down. The pickup 15 yards.
Here we go. Black 20. Snickers, 66.
51.
Black is good!
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger complete. Smith has it. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And Lutz puts this one through. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Right down. Ready. Two. Shift.
Now on 2nd and 13. Carr. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
11 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and 3.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd.
I'm coming after you. Check 3, check.
Later 8. Get set. What's up?
From the gun, it's Carr. And he checks this one down to Williams. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Carr completes it, and he's taken down inside the 30. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now Carr with a catch made by Hopkins. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Defense, keep it up, guys. Deuce.
Hey, 7:34.
Carr to throw again. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Chandler Jones. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Shotgun now for Carr. Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougald. Uses the spin. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
You see me out here? That's right. We can't be stopped.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
All right, now. Black 20.
Check 53. Big stop.
Hey, alert.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Monday. Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
3rd and 2, now Roethlisberger. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Get ready.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Mixon with a first down carry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So after the run by McKinnon, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Mixon. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. They'll roll him out right. This is caught. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Snap! Black 20!
53, Mike. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
Here's a run with Mixon. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
2nd and goal from the 1. Mixon trying to punch it in. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. Here's Mixon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Joe Mixon taking it in. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. The quick slant caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And an alley to run. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Rabbit. He's checking. Crash.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And it's brought in by Washington. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Complete to Washington. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Watch the slack.
Carr now on 1st down. It's Williams on the catch. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Pick it up, D. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. All right, D, let's turn. All right, D. Joker. Switch it. Come on.
You're mine.
Again, it's Carr. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now Carr. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
It's now 4th down.
Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away.
54-yard attempt.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And they're back within a touchdown at 17-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Credit to tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got one.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Here we go.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now we've got whistles here before the snap. Was this on the Redskins? I think so. A full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Now Roethlisberger. Screen play, McKinnon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Black 20.
Mike 51. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
Hey, alert.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Sliding out of the pocket. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Joe Schobert able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Uncorks one for Davis. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Carr. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down. 185.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Here's Carr.
Check it back.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Again, they'll throw with Carr. It's complete to Williams. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Now Carr again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
We got to step it up.
Throwing again. Carr. He'll get this one to his tight end. That's Jason Kroon. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for them.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
59.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. Buying time to his left. And the pressure gets to him again. Chandler Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Carr going to throw. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's A.J. Cole now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Alert flare, alert flare.
Snickers, Snickers.
On the run, it's Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Right there.
Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Showing it. Showing it. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. You go back.
On 2nd down now. Mixon, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Black 20. Easy.
I'm coming. Go. Mike 51. Mike 51. Watch the slant.
Go.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hey, Haywood.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. I used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
66.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. The Saints on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Carr. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11.
That's Saints 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Good job.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. To throw, it's Carr. And he's going to go down again. Chandler Jones. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
You better bring. I'm letting you know.
Roethlisberger to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains.
And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
That! Black 20!
51. Hey, let's get this, get this.
Today's